Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Starlight Beacon Transmissions Live. This is episode 88. I don't know why I sounded like Bingo from Bluey, kind of like yelling there for a second, but there we go. Um, my name is Eric Mitchell. I am your host, and tonight we have a great show for you. But before we get into what tonight's show is going to be about, making her triumphant return. Um, yes, Padme cosplayer, well, Lakeside Padme cosplayer, soon to be Ahsoka Tano cosplayer. And
Chicago.
at
C2E2.
yeah, yes, at C2E2, and also Obi-Wan Kenobi fan club president. Uh, yeah. My wife says that she wants to be part of that fan club too. It is my good friend, AlliGraz. Allie, thank you for coming back tonight.
I'm
Um,
excited to be back. It's been a hot minute.
yeah, just a little bit, just a little bit, just a couple of months, but it was worth it to have you on for that one, because it was just a lot of fun. Um, so I forgot to write notes for tonight. So I just pulled up like all the news and stuff. So you'll have to forgive me. I was kind of like out and about today.
It's fine. I would say I'm coming off of a cold, but I don't think I am. It's been a week and I'm just not getting better. So it's just struggle city tonight. And that's okay.
Oh, I plan to talk about that here in just a second. Yes. No, I totally get it. I my allergies have been kicking my ass today, so oh wait, I said a bad word. This is a family show. I'm sorry. I apologize. So tonight we are going to be talking about some Star Wars news. We're going to be talking about some Disney Parks news. We're going to be talking some Disney Lorcana news. And then it all culminates in our spoiler review of Chapter 19 of The Mandalorian, aka the Coach Beard episode of The Mandalorian. That's what I've been seeing on Twitter, where it's like, yeah, Mando didn't really have much to do in this episode, so let's just focus on this guy.
Literally. Oh, I have a
Yeah,
lot to say and not a lot to say at the same time about that.
I totally get it. I mean, are you a Ted Lasso fan?
You know what? I've been meaning to. So I watched the first 3 episodes of Ted Lasso like when it before anybody even knew what it was. A friend of
Hmm.
mine was like, "Oh, you got to check out this show. Like it's going to be the next big thing." And it was
Yeah.
great and I meant to watch more of it. But I've seen a few episodes and I loved what I saw. So,
Okay. Yeah, you should go back if you really enjoyed it before it got big. You should go back and watch the old NBC Sports Network promos that they were like the original Ted Lasso things, because they are absolutely amazing. Because it's pretty much like the first episode of Ted Lasso.
oh my god. I
Yeah,
got to That's like that is what I will do tonight.
I'll send you the links
Please.
after the show. Yeah. Anyway, so that's what we're going to be talking about tonight. I've got no announcements outside of no live show May 6th, as we are going to be not here. You all will have to see where we are at some point, but I'm not going to reveal it yet. Um, Also, real quick, we did apply for a panel at AwesomeCon in DC to do a High Republic panel. So here's hoping that we get into that. And I will be sharing more details on that later, as well as more details on AwesomeCon later, because somebody may need to make a trip down from New Jersey.
I literally just looked it up here. I was like, "Wait, what are the dates?" Say less. DC, that's I can hop on the train. I'll be there
There you
in like
go.
2 hours.
No, I'm going to. Well, she looked up the AwesomeCon website, so we're about to. I will. I'll unveil who's coming soon. Don't look yet until I unveil.
All right.
Okay.
I'll
All
just
right.
go back to my notes.
For just a second. Just a second because I want to see your reaction to this like when I do make the announcement. All right. So let's actually get into some Star Wars news real quick. Um it was kind of a so-so week for Star Wars, but we did get this is actually my favorite story of the week for Star Wars. Jackson's getting a Star Wars Hyperspace Stories one shot annual. So that's going to be fun. The creation or the recreation of Kevin Scott's favorite old EU character, Jackson. He's coming back in comic form. And this time it's going to be amazing. Thoughts on Jackson coming back? Allie?
Yeah. Sorry. I'm like distracted by my dog barking like crazy. I'm like, does he need something or does he just want attention? I'm pumped. I'm pumped to see it in comic form. I love anything in comic form.
Yes. Yes, me too. Oh, did you see the big announcement from like last week or the week before, speaking of comics? The High Republic omnibus that Marvel's coming out with?
No, I didn't. I was in Arizona last week and I wasn't like on the internet much.
It's
S-
it Yeah, go ahead.
So I didn't see it, but that's
Yes, it's going to collect High Republic, the flagship title 1 through 15. It's going to collect Trail of Shadows 1 through 5 and Eye of the Storm 1 through 2. Or I should just say 1 and 2 because it was only a 2-issue miniseries. Then IDW announced, or Dark Horse announced, that the entire first run of High Republic Adventures is going to be in a giant trade paperback or hardcover as well. And that will collect all the issues of that, including the Bake Off special with Buckets of Blood, Cantum Psy, and Yoda. So look forward to that if you are a High Republic fan. But anyway, back to Jackson. Um, I'm excited because I need more Jackson. Everybody loves the green space rabbit. Yeah.
absolutely.
All right. So there's that. We do have some more comic news here. We have Celebrate Pride Month with Santa Staros and other Marvel Star Wars comics. Santa Staros #5 is getting a Pride Month cover, which looks absolutely gorgeous. Bounty Hunters 35 is getting a um, Pride Month cover with Domina Tag as the character. The Mandalorian is getting a Pride Month cover with Just Lucky. He's a new character. Never heard of this character before. Let's see here. Darth Vader 35 is getting a Pride Month cover with Magna Tolvin. And Dr. Afra is getting a Pride Month cover featuring Dr. Afra. Thoughts on the Pride Month covers? Because I think they're pretty cool.
Yeah, no, I love that.
Yeah.
I'm personally excited for the Pride Month covers. I'm glad that they're doing that. I think that's going to be really cute.
Hmm.
I'm not excited for how the fandom menace is going to like react to that and that whole wave of what we're going to have to
Yeah.
deal with.
Yeah. I try not to bring them up for this show, but yeah, I'm so done. Oh, Leah says Just Lucky is Afra's gay assassin frenemy. That sounds like a lot of fun. That sounds like a lot of fun. Looks like I have to get caught up on Dr. Afra.
Yeah, I think that might be my new favorite character. I think all I want to be in life. When I die, I want to come back as a gay assassin frenemy to the whole world.
Why not, right? I mean, I think that we would be good frenemies or friends, not enemies, but I don't know. But yeah, the whole fandom menace thing, I don't even want to think about like them hyperventilating right now and freaking out because remember Star Wars is woke. Because and it's not for girls and it's definitely not for gay people and it's definitely not for everybody. So, yeah, yeah, according to my wife, it's only for straight white men with neck beards. So,
Apparently.
yeah,
I will tell
yeah.
you, this was like a 7 months, like maybe like June. Like we're
Mhm.
going back a bit, 2022.
Uh-huh.
And I had made a hinge mostly just to boost my self-esteem. I was not
Mhm.
about to interact with people. And I had like a picture of like with my lightsabers and whatever.
Mhm.
Every single chat I got was like, "Oh my god, a girl who likes Star Wars?" I deleted the app after like 12 hours.
Yeah, I'm so
I was
sorry
like,
that you
"I'm out."
so sorry that you had to deal with that. I mean, it's like my wife and I had that conversation like when we first started talking and stuff. I was like, "Oh my gosh, a girl that likes Star Wars and she's a Jedi cosplayer." Like, but like after that initial thing, like we got to know each other. Like if they want to get to know you, that's different. But like if they just want to talk about that you're a girl that likes Star Wars, like get out. Like just go.
Yeah,
Yeah. So I'm sorry that you had to deal with that. But you're happy now.
works out.
Yeah. Yeah, it works out. Let's see here. We also are you going to Celebration Europe?
So I was, and now
Mhm.
I'm not, and I'm really sad about it. I sold my badge.
Uh
Um, it's it was just too much. So the number one reason was like I the friends the friend from like home I was originally supposed to go with like
mhm.
have falling out with, so I really had no one to go with, and I wasn't about to fly to Europe alone as a 24-year-old girl.
Yeah.
So I didn't really have anybody to go with me, and I didn't feel
Mhm.
comfortable going across there alone. Even though I would have met up with friends there, it's still, staying in a hotel alone, like all that.
Oh yeah.
And then I was like, you know what? That's not the smartest idea, and it'll be expensive.
Yeah.
Like it's gonna be a pain to take off. I just took off work for a week. Like I don't know if I'll get another week off.
Yeah.
So I'm really especially sad because there's gonna be no celebration next year.
Yeah.
But like just a million different things fell off that it just would have been too difficult for me to make it
Yeah.
work. So I'm very sad, but I'm going to C2E2, probably gonna go to AwesomeCon. I'm looking going to Boston Fan Expo. So it'll be a
Nice.
busy spring and summer.
Nice. Hey, farm boy. Um, yeah, I totally get it. Plus, it's expensive, like to fly over there and everything.
It
Oh,
is. I've also been to London twice.
hmm
I think if I had never been to London before, it would have been different.
yeah,
And I love London, but I was literally just there in August, so it's like I'm not missing out on the whole overseas experience as I've
yeah.
been there.
Well, just think that when it comes back to the States in 2025, we all get to come together again and just blow the doors off of wherever it's going to be.
I think it's gonna be Orlando because they seem to do Anaheim, London, Orlando, Chicago. So
Um,
the next 2, Orlando and Chicago, are both very easy for me to get to.
yeah, I think it's going to be Orlando also. Because another thing is, by the way, hey Matt Reacts. Another thing is that um, it's also going to be a year where you get a destination D23 in Orlando, so it's not going to be a big D23 year because you get the big D23 next year.
Mhm.
So there's that. Also, they really want to promote the hell out of Star Cruiser. So that's another reason why they're probably going to put it in Orlando.
Yeah,
Um,
because a bunch of Star Wars fans and Celebration fans will definitely just stay there since it's
Can we get the Airbnb discount for the week? Um, so we did get some celebration news here. There is panel reservations that you can do. Um, so you have to request to go to different panels, and then like it's randomly selected. So there's a Lucasfilm Studio Showcase panel, the Ahsoka panel, villains of the sequel trilogy panel, and the Bad Batch panel. Those are the ones that you're really gonna have to like dive into.
I didn't even reserve any panels for the last celebration. I just got in line super early.
It's another
So I
way
don't
of
know
doing
how
it.
they're gonna work because last time they didn't even check to see if you reserved. It was just like if you were in line and there was room for you, you were in.
Oh,
So I don't know if
yeah,
they're gonna organize it better this time or if it's just gonna be like the same thing.
that's a good question because I have no idea. I'm really hoping that we get a lot of these panels live stream though, because
I
that
know,
was
and they said they weren't gonna do a live show, but now there's like they're saying they are. I don't know.
yeah. Plus, I mean, I get it. Like they want to like do exclusive footage for the people that made the trip to Celebration. However, you could still live stream the panel without showing the trailer,
Yeah,
or like cut to the stage like during the trailer at
yeah,
the
exactly.
panel. Yeah. I just want to see if they're going to stream the High Republic panel because if they do, I'll watch that. And I mean, we're still gonna try to watch everything. Um, but we are going to try to do a celebration from home live stream. So get ready for that. We're going to try to bring you as much coverage of celebration as we can. That's that for celebration. Moving on here to week 3 of Mando Mania, 2 or 3 of Mando Mania. This is pretty much what they did the last couple of years with Book of Boba Fett and The Mandalorian and everything. New products here. Looks like we have a 3 3/4 vintage collection Tuscan Warrior from the Book of Boba Fett. You could pre-order that as of 3 days ago. I mean, it looks like a cool figure. Um, you can get Dark Saber, Grogu, and Mandalorian rings by Enzo Rings. Okay. Star Wars Spider Tank by the Lego Group. Of course, they made a Lego of the tank that we literally just saw last week in the Mandalorian, and that set comes with Bo-Katan, Grogu, and the Mando, as well as you build the Spider Tank. You can get a Grogu pop out and a Mando pop out from Pop Sockets. And let's see here. You can get Mandalorian socks. There's Grogu socks and then Mando socks. And um, eh, what do you think?
I love socks.
Okay.
I mean, I literally have a whole bag of Grogu socks, so that I'm excited about. Everything else is eh. But
Yeah.
give me all the socks.
I mean, I like the Tuscan Raider figure or the Tuscan Warrior figure. They were actually like standouts to me in the Book of Boba Fett, and I know they
Hmm.
were to a lot of other people. The Lego set, I could care less about, honestly. It seems like they make a Lego set for everything. And then the pop sockets, meh. And
I've never been a huge pop socket fan.
no, we haven't been fans of pop sockets either, honestly. Like, I just don't
I
think
don't
it.
really get them. I don't.
No,
It doesn't really help me. If it's more, they're awkward to me. They are great for some people, and if you have like the bigger iPhone,
yeah,
definitely helps you hold it. I got tiny ass hands. Ooh,
it's fine.
I got tiny hands. I can barely
Yeah,
hold my phone as it is. The last thing I need is something in there getting in the way.
yeah, yeah. I totally get it. The rings were kind of cool, and then yeah, I am just once again tired of seeing Grogu on everything.
Grogu capitalism.
Yes, Grogu capitalism at its finest. All right, let's move on here. We've got one more piece of regular Star Wars news here. We have a look at Vader number 32, written by Greg Pak, in which the Dark Lord tempts Sabe in Marvel's Darth Vader 32 preview. The artwork is beautiful, and these panels are very haunting, with Vader flashing back to not only his confrontation with Luke, but his confrontation with Padme as well. If you have not been reading Darth Vader, you should. It's a great series. Thoughts on this preview?
I'm really, really excited for this. It kind of reminds me of what I read recently. Not recently, but feels recently with how fast time flies.
Hmm.
From the Darth Vader series, which was The Dark Heart of the Sith,
Yes, Dark
where
Heart
he
of the
goes
Sith.
on that like whole adventure to find out who killed Padme, and oh, it's so heart-wrenching.
Hmm.
So I'm excited for this one. I love the Darth Vader series so much.
Yeah, Dark Heart of the Sith was that the one with Exegol at the end,
It was oh, the end was sad.
or was that the Charles Soule one? Trying to remember now.
I'm trying to remember because I read this in like October.
Yeah.
I just remember the ending the was Palpatine telling him what punishing him
Yes.
for anger leads to hate and hate leads to strength, but you, my friend, have just wallowed in grief. You need to start all over again, and hurts him all over again
Yeah.
because he took it was like such a great moment where you got to see him humanized
Hmm.
and you got to see Anakin come through, and oh my god, the flashbacks from the battle on Mustafar they had, and
Yes.
it's so good. It's like if you want your heart ripped out, read Dark Heart of the Sith and just the
Yes.
entire Vader series, but especially this, it'll
Yes.
ruin your entire life in the best way
Yeah.
possible.
Yeah, it will. In the best way, of course. All right. Now, we have one more bit of Star Wars news to get to. Everybody needs to sit down for this one. In June, in Washington, D.C., at the DC Convention Center, AwesomeCon will be happening. It will be Father's Day weekend, though, but it will be happening. You will get not one, not two, not three, but four Clone Wars voice actors at AwesomeCon. May I introduce, or may I announce, Phil Lamar, James Arnold Taylor, Matt Lanter, and Ashley Eckstein, all coming to AwesomeCon in DC. Yeah, going to be there with Billy D. Williams and multiple other Star Wars guests. So excited for this, because we actually weren't going to go because we have a vacation in September that we're saving for. And then, like, as soon as my wife was just like looking, what, you were on the website, right? Yeah. She was just looking on the website, and then I just get all these screenshots of the guest announcements. And then and then like I call her and then I call her and I'm like, "Yeah, we got to go.
Oh,
We got to go."
oh my god. I literally just bought like my C2E2 tickets and plane and stuff. So March
Mhm.
31st when my next paycheck hits, I'm buying these tickets. Oh my god.
Yes. It's a full weekend. And actually, if you are interested in going to AwesomeCon, it is $95 for the whole weekend,
Which is not bad at all.
which isn't bad, especially for this convention. Not only is there the show floor, but they have huge board gaming tournaments, video gaming tournaments,
And Obi-Wan Kenobi is
and
gonna be
Obi-Wan
there. Well,
Kenobi. Well,
animated Obi-Wan Kenobi, which is like arguably one of the best Obi-Wan Kenobis. You know I'm getting that autograph ready.
yeah. How can you not love sassy Obi-Wan Kenobi?
Oh my god, I'm thinking about what I wanna ask him to say to me.
And a lot of these voice actors will do voice recordings for you as well for a fee, but they will do voice
I will pay
recordings.
him anything just to hear Obi-Wan Kenobi say my name. I will bring $1,000 in cash.
There you go. All right. I'm gonna go over a couple of other guest announcements here just to sweeten the pot. If you are a fan of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, the original Pink Ranger is going to be there. If you are a fan of My Hero Academia, pretty much they they pretty much have 12 voice actors from My Hero Academia coming to Awesome Con. 12. Let's see here. We get Yoda puppeteer Dave Barclay. Um, oh, Nian Nub. If you are a fan of comics, Sean Gordon Murphy, Cat Staggs, um, David Finch, a few others. And then if you are a fan of voice actors, well, also you can't forget Billy D. Williams if you're a Star Wars fan. Um, let's see here. Oh, if you're a fan of Star Trek, you get LeVar Burton. Yeah, he was a big one that they announced. I'm getting there. Oh, yes, if you're a fan of Guardians of the Galaxy or Doctor Who, you can meet Karen Gillian. And if you are a fan of the Animaniacs and Pinky and the Brain and Futurama, you can meet Rob Paulson and Maurice LaMarche. Which we actually did meet Rob Paulson at AwesomeCon like 2015 or something. Super, super nice guy, like absolutely fantastic. Your thoughts on this convention outside of you are getting your tickets at the end of the month?
Um, I'm so pumped. I was looking at some of the applications, like, I was looking to see if I could qualify for the influencer pass, but I don't. I don't know who I think I am that I thought I would, but
Oh,
I'm a couple thousand short, a couple thousand followers short. I thought because I have, like, 14K on TikTok, but you need 50K on TikTok, so forget it.
jeez.
If anyone wants
Ouch.
to blow me up real quick just so I can get
Yeah,
the you can
there we go.
unfollow me after I get the badge, it's fine. Um
I
I'm
mean,
really, really excited. It looks awesome.
it is.
I was just thinking earlier this week how much I miss cons, and I've been
Hmm.
looking for cons in the area to go to because I haven't gone to anything since New York Comic Con, and
Yeah.
I'm very sad. Which is part of the reason I kind of impulsively was g- is go are go impulsively going to C2E2 was
Hmm.
one because I miss Chicago. I love Chicago,
Yeah.
and I
Great
miss
town.
Comic Cons and just any kind of convention. So I
Yeah.
was like, all right, I'm in. Screw it.
I will say this, Awesome Con is a con like it you will be so overwhelmed when you walk in because of like everything that they have set up. Um
You have a science fair? I'm so
yeah,
in. A
they have a
gaming show
science
floor?
fair.
Yeah, this is gonna be sick. Matt
Yeah, they
Yax, if you're still listening, let's go. You win? You coming with?
there are also multiple hotels around the convention center too that you can stay at. We usually just stay offsite and take the subway in,
Yeah.
because that's just how we do it. But
Also, a
um
lot of the sometimes the hotels in the area are just so freaking expensive.
they are, and they will charge you a crap ton of money to park
They're like, if
too.
you book through our convention site, you can get a discount. It's still
Yeah.
like $400 a night to stay in like a 3-star like Marriott.
Yeah.
And I'm like, come on, guys.
Yeah. But this con is so much fun. They get NASA there and NASA scientists. They get the CIA there. They get like National Geographic people. Like they get tons of people. There's Pride Alley for LGBTQ plus people, and members of that community and allies. There's a book fair too, where you can spend hundreds of dollars on books that you probably won't read for a while. Um, I met Timothy Zahn there last year and got him to
Ooh.
autograph a couple of my Thrawn books. Matt reacts says, "Going where?"
Have you not been listening? He's been caught. He's not listening.
Matt can't go now. If he hasn't been listening, he can't go.
I'm bringing somebody else. Sorry, Matt.
Yeah, yeah, there you go. Um, but it's a great time. You're absolutely gonna love it. It's so much fun. If you're a comic book fan, they have tons of comic book people, and they also have tons of comic book vendors. Artist Alley at AwesomeCon is absolutely incredible. Like we spend most of our time in Artist Alley when we walk down the show floor because it's great. And then you'll see a bunch of like small independent publishers there trying to like get their books and their art out, like their comics and stuff.
Hmm.
It is kind of hustle alley. A lot of them are really nice, and then some of them are like so in your face. I mean, from cons, like you get some people in Artist Alley that's like, "Let me tell you about my book," and you're like, "No, no, I'm good, thanks." Like, no, no, thank you. Um, Meanwhile, there's probably a bunch of awesome con people that are like, "Well, this guy's banned from my table." Matt says he's multitasking. Matt, Matt, you can't go to AwesomeCon now.
Multitasking what? You texting your other girlfriends or something?
Oh, well, that's for the after hours show, which will be after this one. Um, but it's so much fun. So, Allie, I can't wait because we are going to hang out that entire weekend.
Absolutely. I'm literally as soon as my next paycheck hits,
Yes.
I'm so in because I don't even want to look at my credit card bill right now.
Thank you, Chris. I know that you're doing a Fiddler on the Roof show, but thank you so much for
Ooh,
stopping by to
Fiddler
say
on the
hey.
Roof.
Yeah, Christopher Hager is a buddy of mine that I went to high school with. So we've known each other since we were like 10, also, like before then. So he's traversing the country doing Fiddler on the Roof. Yeah. Um, yeah.
And I'm over
Anyway,
here I'm literally already looking at Amtrak as we speak to
nice.
see this is perfect. I
Yeah.
did not know ticket I could get to DC from Newark for $30. That's pretty lit.
Yeah, Amtrak is really cheap when it comes to like going from Newark to DC.
Oh, I love
Um,
this.
yeah, like I said, we get to hang out all weekend and geek out about Star Wars stuff. And I'm gonna see if I can't like add one more person to my Awesome Con panel. Like I'm gonna see if I can't email them. Yeah, yeah, that's true. I could just have you on board the panel without being a panelist. Yeah.
I'll just jump on.
Okay, that's fine. Chris is doing Fiddler in Denver. Hope your stream goes well. We'll chat with you soon. Thanks,
Ooh,
buddy.
Colorado. Good
Yes.
luck, Chris.
Yes. All right. So that was the big Star Wars news. So if you can't go to Celebration, we can
Come
have
to
our
Awesome Con.
own mini celebration at AwesomeCon. And
Especially you East Coasters.
yes. In fact, I'm going to be debuting a cosplay one of those days.
Is it a High Republic cosplay?
I'm gonna consider it a High Republic cosplay, but okay. I'm working on a Droid Smith cosplay inspired by the droid builders from Galaxy's Edge.
That's so fun.
Yeah, because there's the Mubo's Droid Builders group, like on Facebook and stuff, and like there's people that actually like bought like blue jumpsuits and stuff and have like made like droid builder like outfits out of them. I'm actually, well, I'm debuting it at the one thing that we're going to the weekend of May 4th, but this will be like my first con debut for this. So I'm going to do it one day. But you could call me a High Republic droid smith. In fact, I may bring oh, Chopper here with me.
I love Chopper.
Yes, I've shown you the Chopper, right?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't
We're
remember.
we're off topic, but it's fine. Um you've been to Galaxy's Edge.
I just went for the first time in December.
Nice. Did it feel like home?
Yes.
Yes. You can buy this little guy at Droid Depot. Oh wait, his arm fell off.
Oh no.
Yeah, it sounds about right for Chopper. So I may be bringing him, but I built another droid, so definitely bringing that. But this is Chopper, and he is remote control. He'll light up and make sounds and stuff, but I don't really feel like doing it right now because and his head comes off. Oh no! Even though I put his head on an R2 unit body just to see like what would happen.
I love vaguely just hearing your wife's comments and sound effects in the background.
Yes, she's my producer.
I love it.
Um, Allie was saying that she loves like your comments and your sounds and stuff in the background. Matt React says, Allie, what's your favorite droid?
I'm trying like not to sound basic.
Go
Because
ahead.
like I
It's fine.
wanna say I part of me wants to say R2, um, but the other part of me wants to say C3PO simply because he has a lot of anxiety
Hmm.
and I relate. Like I feel like I'm him.
Yeah,
You know who my favorite droid is actually, and this is like people are gonna think I'm weird as hell, is K2SO.
I love K2SO.
I freaking love he's so uptight and I love him for
Mhm.
that.
You don't have to. Yes, my wife's favorite droid, CB23, um, from Resistance, aka BB-8's girlfriend. Um, you don't have to. You will get no hate for liking K2SO. Like he's such a great droid, and yeah, and Alan Tudyk is amazing as K2SO. So that's it for Awesome Con. If you're going, you can hang out with me and Allie. That's all I'm saying. The whole weekend. So there's that. Oh boy. All right, let's move on here to some Disney news and Disney Parks news. There's a little ride that's supposed to be opening up at Magic Kingdom at the beginning of April, and it's based on a franchise that's over 40 years old now. Um, Tron Light Cycle Run.
I have heard people talking about that,
Yeah,
mostly on TikTok.
yeah. I don't know what the fuss is about. Like I'm kidding. It looks like an amazing ride. Oh, my wife's playing Yoshi's Crafted World right now, and
Oh, I love Yoshi.
this is stupid. Anyway, we got our first look at some merch for it, in which you can get some retro figures and retro light cycles and stuff. But you can also buy an identity disc and get personality chips for it, and then get a backpack that you can put the identity disc in, and that will connect to your phone, and that identity disc will act as a Bluetooth speaker, so you can pretty much be a mobile DJ.
That sounds insufferable.
It does sound insufferable.
You know, just because it makes me think of like several times, particularly that I've been on like the Long Island Railroad and there's somebody waiting for the train on the
Hmm.
platform and they're blasting their music out loud.
Yeah,
And I'm like, can you, headphones exist? Like nobody like, so this is just giving people a reason to play their music out loud wherever they go. And that's like one of
yeah.
my pet peeves. So that sounds a little insufferable.
So I I don't mind it every once in a while, but like when we did Katsucon a couple of years ago, it was all over the place that these people were like playing music and stuff. And this is a hotel.
Yeah. Like, okay, I get it like at a park or at the beach.
Yeah,
At a hotel, when I'm waiting for my train at 9 in the morning, like
yeah.
there's a time and place for you to play music, and
Hmm.
it's I feel like
Yeah.
the type of people that will get this don't understand that there's a time and place for you to play your music out loud.
Yes. You can get a Tron inspired water bottle. You can also get a figure of yourself as a program from Tron. That reminds me of the Avatar Yourself thing from Animal Kingdom that's like $80 to do. Hey, T-Spans. Um, let's see here. What else? Yeah, that's pretty much it. Uh, I mean, it looks cool, but I mean,
I am like the worst because I don't know why. I don't not care for theme park and rides and theme parks, but I don't care for them either.
hmm
Like I'm the kind of person who could never go on a ride and step foot in a theme park ever again for the rest of my life,
yeah,
and I would be fine.
yeah, I get that. Uh,
I but also like I have fun when I'm there, but like
hmm
I can't stay up to date on the Disney park rides and lore. I applaud everybody that does.
hmm
I don't really care.
No, I totally get it because it can be overwhelming too, like with
It's
all of
unless
that.
it was like a franchise that I'm like really like into and they like
hmm
made like if Disney told me that they recreated Casita from Encanto at the Disney parks, like I'm gonna freak out. Like I'm on my way. Say less.
Funny you should say that, Allie. At D23 last year, they did tease
They
an Encanto themed land.
they have like something in New York. I don't know if it's still up. They have a pop up. If it's still up, I need to get tickets for that.
Yeah.
Where you get to be like in the Encanto house. Like that excites me.
hmm
But like 80% of it, like I didn't know nothing about Splash Mountain. People talk about it closing and they were crying. I was like, I've never even been on that.
Um,
I went to Disney once when I was 3 years old and 9/11 happened and my family never went back.
that's right. I remember that. I remember you telling me that.
When I went to Disneyland in December, that was like my first time, like
Yeah.
first real time at Disney. So I don't know what's going on.
Um, I just want to ride the ride, and if I get a little bit of merch, I get a little bit of merch. Um, but yeah, I'm with you. Like those people that are going to have that identity disc Bluetooth speaker are going to be so obnoxious.
Allie would go
Like
insane if there was an Encanto land. I would, especially if there was a Bruno there.
they are working. There are plans to do an Encanto themed land at Magic Kingdom. They did
I would
announce that at
combust.
D23.
I apologize. I'm stepping away for 5 seconds. My dog has been
Yeah.
barking for the past hour,
Yeah.
so I'm just gonna go
Go
get
ahead.
him
Go
so that
ahead.
he stops.
Go ahead. We're going to take a quick break here for just a second, and then we will get right back into this. Oh, your crickets? You got it. So, while we wait for Allie and we get into our next piece of news here, my wife has been working on a Jedi cosplay. Yes, we are going to be getting a little Sammy cameo. My wife's been working on a Jedi cosplay and she's been doing like a High Republic themed thing. She used her Cricut for this, which is kind of like an adhesive. It's an iron-on to do fabric and to put like on fabric and stuff. So she is working on a High Republic themed Jedi.
Okay, speaking of Encanto, I had to do a quick wardrobe change.
That's
Um,
fine, Bruno.
I feel very bad because it turns out the reason my dog has been barking for the past hour is because he was stuck on the couch.
Oh,
He can jump off by himself. I don't know why he was
mm,
barking to get off.
oh, geez, that's fun.
I
My
feel
wife,
very, very bad.
it's all good. My wife has been working on a High Republic Jedi cosplay for this event that we're going to. So she used this on her Cricut, and she's gonna iron this onto the tabard.
That's gonna be perfect. I need to get a
Yeah,
cricket.
she loves it. She absolutely loves her Cricut. Like, just loves it. You love your Cricut. Yeah, she just started using it, and she's like obsessed with it now. She's only had it like since we got married. Um,
I cannot get it. I feel like if I get a cricket, I'm like, I'm gonna decorate everything.
Oh yeah,
I'm
you
gonna put
will.
everything on everything.
Allie says that if she gets a creepy, she's gonna put everything on everything. Yeah, that's what she wants to do now too. Hey Zach, what's up? Yes, put things on all the things. All right, let's get into another piece of Disney news, and then we're gonna get into the Mandalorian here. I asked you to look this game up because I am like super excited for this thing. This game is coming out in August and in September. It's August for local game shops and September for big box retailers. Yes, everything everywhere all at once. Yes, T-Spans. That is true. Um, Disney Lorcana is coming, and we just got a huge news dump here for this game, including pricing. Are you a fan of tabletop games, Allie? I don't.
So I wanted to talk about this because I didn't
Yeah,
know. It's like I feel like I exist in my own little world just to
it's
cope
fine.
with being alive, and I did not know that tabletop games were still a thing,
Yeah.
apart from like Dungeons and Dragons.
Mhm.
So I'm kind of pumped. I was like, wait, okay, it's giving like Yu-Gi-Oh. It's giving my childhood nostalgia.
Yeah. I get a lot of like Pokemon and Magic vibes from this
Yeah,
with a little bit of Hearthstone, with just a little bit of Hearthstone. This is oh my god, the cards are gorgeous for this game as well, like the cards
the
that we've
artwork is
gotten.
beautiful. My dog, I am gonna.
It's fine, go. While that's going on, let's see here. Oh, right, they are still losing. Sorry, sorry, folks. I was checking the score of the DC United NYCFC match, in which DC United is losing 2-1. And there's Sammy. Hi, Sammy.
Sammy, you gonna explain why you're being such a problem tonight? It's fine. He just wants to be loved, and that's
That's fine.
okay.
Let me see here. Yeah, I was just while you were gone, I was checking the NYCFC DC United match real quick, and DC's losing 2-1. So, anyway, but back to Lorcana. So we did get a brand new card reveal. This is a Tinkerbell card that is Tinkerbell Tiny
I
Tactician.
saw that. I love it.
Yes. Yes, she is a steel ink card. Her keywords are Dreamborn, Ally, and Fairy. She is a 3 cost card, which is actually pretty decent. And she is a 2/4, so that means she has 2 attack, 4 defense, and she deals 1 lore, it looks like. And she has an ability called Battle Plans. Draw a card, then choose and discard a card. And that's pretty cool, especially like if you're trying to find a card that you're going to need for late game.
Mhm.
Yeah. Thoughts on the Tinkerbell card before we get into the pricing here?
So I was thinking about this. I was looking at like I was like, how's this gonna work? Like with all these Disney characters. Like on one hand, like you got like Mickey with a sword, and you
Yes.
got like Elsa who could freeze anything. Like
Hmm.
how's that gonna be fair? And then I saw Tinkerbell and I was like, you know what? I get it.
Yeah.
Because I wouldn't want to mess with Tinkerbell. She's
Nope.
very clever.
Yes.
So
She
I think it's cute. I think it's gonna be exciting.
Yeah, she's a great like she's going to be a great support card.
Mhm.
While also like chipping away at your opponent like with just like small damage. Did you see the Gantu card that they
I
came
did.
out with? He's an 8 cost, he's steel, and he's a 6/6. He's insane.
Okay, so if someone pulls that out, you're just like, just
Yeah,
give up.
yeah, you're screwed, especially if they pull it out late game. Like
You're
you're
done.
done. Yeah, yeah, you're done. You're absolutely done. Um, let's see here. So let's get to the pricing real quick. Actually, before we get to that, we did get another release date. So the first chapter is actually going to have at least 2 sets. So we get the first set August 18th, and September 1st, depending on like where you're going to purchase it. Set 2 is going to be November 17th and December 1st, depending on where you purchase it. We don't know anything about set 2 yet. We probably won't get that until after set 1 releases, because they want to, they want to give us time to play with set 1 first before we get info on set 2. So let's see here. Your starter sets. So these are going to be already pre-constructed decks that you can buy and play right out of the box. They are going to retail for $16.99 here in the US, $21.99 in Canada, and $17.99 in the UK. You have 3 decks to choose from. So your first deck is going to be Amber and Amethyst, and that has Moana and Sorcerer Mickey. Your second deck is Sapphire and Steel, which features Aurora and Simba. And then your third deck is Emerald and Ruby, which features Corella Deville and Aladdin. Thoughts on this before we go on to the rest?
I first of all, I don't think the pricing's that bad. I'm not
No,
too mad about the pricing.
no.
Um, I'm just thinking about what my starter deck would be. That's what's on my mind.
I'm thinking I might actually go with Corella and Aladdin.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah. As much as I want to go Steel because of the Gantu and the Tinkerbell, like I kind of want to see what Corella can do and what that Aladdin card does. Yeah, we are going to end up getting all 3. Actually, we're going to get 2 of all 3 because you want to just collect the set anyway. But yeah, what was it, 15.99 or 16.99?
16.99, yeah.
Yeah, that's really not bad. Like, we were at Target earlier and we were looking at like Pokemon cards, and the starter decks for that were about $16. So
Yeah.
this is in the same ballpark. Um, these starter decks will contain a 60 card deck. You get 11 damage counters, 1 tracker token, 1 paper playmat, and then you get a booster pack of 12 random additional game cards. And those booster packs will also come with an additional foil card too. And then you'll get a couple of other like rare, uncommon, super rares, all that fun stuff.
Mhm.
Um, your booster packs here, you get 3 different pieces of art to choose from on the booster packs. In which you get Brave Little Tailor Mickey, you get the Sorcerer Elsa, and then you get Maleficent. These packs are going to be $5.99 here in the US, $7.99 in Canada, and $4.99 in the UK, which is about average because Pokemon cards are usually between what, 4 to 6. Yeah. And it's a 12 card booster, and you will get rare, super rare, and ultra cards in that as well.
Yeah, that's not bad at all.
No, including some foils. Um, I think this is the set that you really want to get. This is the gift set. This is going to retail for $29.99 here in the US, $39.99 in Canada, $27.99 in the UK. In this gift set, you get 4 booster packs, 2 lore tracker tokens, 32 damage tokens, and then you also get 4 foil cards. 2 of them are oversized and 2 are regular size. You get the Mulan Imperial Soldier and Hades King of Olympus cards, which they are gorgeous cards. Like if you see them up close, they are really beautiful. And that's actually not a bad price for that. And then we have the Illumineers Trove. So these are going to be kind of like your elite trainer boxes and like your deck builder boxes for like Magic and Pokemon. It's going to be $49.99 here in the US, $64.99 in Canada, and $49.99 in the UK. You get the full art storage box, 2 full art deck boxes, 8 booster packs, 15 damage counters, and then a 50-page player's guide to learn how to play the game. Thoughts about all of this fun stuff?
It makes me want to get back into tabletop games. I don't know why I don't. I don't know why my friends and I have not been playing tabletop games.
I think honestly, I think tabletop gaming is a lot better than video gaming, honestly, because there's just something about just being together in a room full of
Yeah,
friends.
that's what I'm thinking. Like way better than online video gaming. It's like come over. I've got like chips and drinks and we're going to battle it out.
And we're gonna drink pizza. We're gonna eat pizza and drink Mountain Dew like all night long. Like let's do this.
Exactly.
Yeah. I'm really excited for this game. It seems like you are now too.
I am.
And it's just I I really want to I just want to dive in. Like I want this game now. If you're going to Gen Con in the beginning of August, you will be able to yeah, you will be able to actually pick this game up before release. Yeah,
Where's Gen Con?
indie. And it's like I think it's like 135 a person.
Okay.
Yeah, but it's like 4 days.
No, that's not bad at all.
It's not much more than Awesome Con. 4 days in Indy for 135 and 3 days at Awesome Con for 95. It's not terrible. I mean, I can't go this year because I've got other stuff. I said Awesome Con's expensive. Anyway, um yeah, so let's move on to what you want to talk about.
Mandalorian.
Yes, I'm kidding. I'm not like, you know what I mean. But let's move on to our main topic of the evening, and that is chapter 19 of The Mandalorian, aka the High, aka um the Coach Beard episode of The Mandalorian. Matt Matt already saying this week's Mando episode was a snooze fest. Besides the very beginning and the very end. Allie, go ahead. Hit me with your thoughts on this episode.
Matt and I watched it together, and he made fun of me because, like, in the middle of it, I literally started playing games on my iPad because um, I don't want to be a hater
Yeah.
because I feel like there was use to this, and I feel like it'll
Mhm.
continue to be useful. Um, like I feel like Matt was saying, he was like, "This is gonna end up being really important, and it's gonna bite us in the butt because we're not fully paying attention."
Yeah.
Um, I think it was interesting how they made the Republic look bad. Like not
Yeah.
no, like kind of bad. Yeah. Like they had this whole like amnesty program which
Mhm.
was interesting.
Mhm.
I don't know what I want to compare it to, but and then the way they would wipe his mind at the end and they were like, "We're not going to wipe your mind. We're not the empire." Wipes mine. Like
Yeah. Yeah. Um
it's another corrupt republic, which
mhm.
I also didn't like because that is not how it was portrayed in the expanded universe.
No, and even like I recently finished the second book in the Alphabet Squadron trilogy, which is kind of like taking place at the same time here. And I think yeah, and like they kind of they show the New Republic like as like in a little bit of a negative light, but like the people are still there like trying to like really like do the right thing.
They're trying so hard to be good that they're
Yeah.
being bad. Like they've banned cloning,
Mhm.
which is great and a great response to the Clone Wars.
Mhm.
But they're going so far to ban cloning that they are going to like essentially they are wiping the memory and essentially almost like imprisoning this man for cloning. Like, yeah, it's an
Yeah.
amnesty program, but he's under high surveillance.
Yeah.
He has to undergo this questionnaire every day. If he
Mhm.
strays, oh, your mind gets wiped. You're like a robot to the Republic now.
Yeah.
So it's like
Yeah,
You should have just throw them in jail. I would have rather been like, "Oh, you clone, that's legal jail," than
yeah,
live in this, like, amnesty program, which is just another type of jail, honestly.
yeah, because like you said, he's under strict surveillance and everything, and um, which I gotta tell you, the TED Talk was interesting.
Yeah. His apology was given in TED Talk format.
Like,
That is how I'm going to apologize for the rest of my life. I'm going to
yes.
film a video. I'm gonna get, like, my green screen out and, like, get my headset on and be like, "What I did was wrong."
Yes.
Audience claps.
Yes. Just add the claps in the background. I mean, but like part of me was thinking, oh, they're gonna give him a chance to like clone organs to like save people's lives. And like that's what I was thinking. I was thinking, oh man,
Yeah.
like he could actually do like a lot of good by like cloning organs and stuff.
Thought they were still gonna let him practice, like, under supervision,
Yeah.
and they
Uh,
were like, "Nope, here's your weird little, like, witness protection program type of vibe."
Ben Tuesdays, right? Um, which I didn't get it. Like, I mean, I get it, but I didn't get it because, like, if he's a scientist, he should be doing scientific jobs.
Yeah.
He shouldn't
He's
be
not
doing
allowed to
data.
study anymore, like
He shouldn't be doing data entry. It kind of reminded me of Cyril Karn in Andor.
yeah.
Yeah. So, um, I really feel like I agree with you. Like, this episode was important because it's going to set something up for the end. However, it felt like okay, it felt like those episodes of the Book of Boba Fett where like Mando just completely took over and like the whole story with Boba Fett like was sidelined. Like that's what this feels like.
Yeah.
And, like Mando just bookended the episode and it's like, yeah, let's see this character that you haven't seen in about 2 years and now he's living on Coruscant, which by the way, shouldn't we have seen the liberation of Coruscant before we saw the New Republic operating on Coruscant?
They've had some issues with skipping around.
Yes.
I mean, we talked about this on, earlier this week when I was on the Holocron Chronicles about how if you didn't watch the Book of Boba Fett, you would have been so confused with the first episode of season 3 of The Mandalorian. You're
Yeah.
like, "Wait, Grogu's back with Din?
Yeah.
Wait, what's go," like, you know? So
Hmm.
they're kinda just, like, jumping around and, like, expecting you to fill in the gaps.
Yeah.
And, like,
And
that's fine, but I'm busy and tired and lazy.
I'm
Fill
already
it in for me.
I'm already reading enough Star Wars stuff right now. I don't need more like trying to figure this out. Like just give it to me, like you said. Um I want to talk about the bookend and then we'll dive into the whole Pershing thing here. Actually, let's talk about Pershing and then we'll dive into the good stuff of the episode with Din Djarin and Bo-Katan. So we have Dr. Pershing on Coruscant. He gives the TED talk in the opera arena from Revenge of the Sith, which I thought was really cool. Then he goes to Amnesty Housing, and we see that he's part of this rehabilitation program. He starts to get drunk with these people, including one of the people was one of Moff Gideon's communication officers. And then they talk about what they miss from the old days of the Empire, and he talks about the yellow travel biscuits or like these
Mhm.
rations. And then, sure enough, somebody mysteriously puts them on his doorstep, and he gets these biscuits back. Um, and then we find out that Pershing just wants to help the New Republic by doing what he knows best, which is cloning, which is what we talked about just a few minutes ago. And so the ex communication officer says, "Oh, well, we'll get you a mobile lab. Let's break into a star destroyer to do it." And so there's a subway chase where these droids are chasing them down because they skipped their fare. And also, okay, that droid was like going over the gap in the subway. Why didn't they just push him off the damn train?
Well, if they're trying to be sneaky, why didn't they just pay their fare?
Exactly. Like, why'd they skip?
Just to break another law while they were at it.
Yeah, I guess because she's like New Republic security or whatever, like she can do it. Oh, spoiler alert. They break into the Star Destroyer, he gets whatever he needs. They escape from the Star Destroyer only to be caught by New Republic security forces, and the former communications officer is working with New Republic security, so it seems. And then he Pershing wakes up uh, in a chamber in which he's about to get his mind wiped by a Mon Calamari. And it was a trap. And like as soon as he said it's a trap, like the camera goes right to the Mon Calamari, which I thought was great. And then turns out that the officer has her own intentions and starts torturing Dr. Pershing.
Yeah, what? Like, I want to find out about why. There's a backstory there. He cloned. That was personal.
Yeah.
He definitely cloned someone he shouldn't have, and it affected her somehow. Because that was there was no reason for that.
Oh, wait, he's the one that gave up Gideon's ship location in the season 2 finale of The Mandalorian when they were going to rescue Grogu. So she might be getting back at him for that.
Damn, girl's got beef.
Yeah. Yeah.
Totally off topic, but like as a Jersey Italian, this comes to me. Do you think, first of all, I've always wondered what the Italian equivalent is in the Star Wars universe, and it might be Watto.
Yeah.
I think that's pretty New York Italian. But
Jebediah.
do they call the Mon Calamari the Mon Galamad?
I don't
Is there anyone in the Star Wars universe that's
I would
calling this
love
species the Galamad?
that would be funny. You know what? I would love to see a Mon Calamari with like a Jersey Italian accent.
Please.
Just like, oh, you want a pasta fagioli? You know, I give it to you. You
I
know,
will play that role. I will step in and play that role.
that'd be amazing. That would be amazing. Uh, the Mon Calamari. Hey,
Hey, the Mon
hey,
Galamad is here.
yeah. Watch it, watch it. I might fish you. I might fit you with some Duracrete steel shoes or something.
Hey, I'm walking here.
Hey, I'm walking down the sidewalk here on Coruscant.
Yeah, this guy. This guy.
Which can we talk about how ridiculous that scene was with them like in the square, and like she tells him to touch the rock, and he does, or he attempts to, and then like security's like, hey, you can't do that. Which, did you catch the music that was playing in the background?
I did not.
It was the Resistance theme. Yeah.
Yeah, this episode was more important than I gave it credit for.
It's
I was just like, give me Din. Where's
yeah.
Din?
So like I okay, I feel like and that's pretty much his part of the episode. It was a real quick recap for what was the longest part of the episode.
Mm-hmm.
Um before we get into the Din and Bo stuff, I got to tell you, like I'm I was so invested in what they were doing with Din and Bo that when it got to Pershing, I was like, yeah, this is all well and good, but I don't care.
Mm-hmm.
Like I I don't care.
Exactly. Like it was like Bo's home just got bombed.
Yeah.
And we're like, all right, let's go to Pershing now.
No, I want to see the fallout of Bo losing her lifelong home.
Which they didn't give us much. I mean, maybe we'll see her being upset about it later, or maybe she's just lost so much shit that at this point she's like
Nobody cares about Pershing.
she's like Matt Matt was brutal. Matt was not giving this episode any sympathy. He wasn't even trying to like it. He was like, this stinks.
Yeah. Anyway, you were saying.
Maybe it's like one of those things where she's lost so much that she's like, this might as well happen. Like she was clearly upset,
Yeah.
but maybe she's just like not going to be destroyed over it because she's either going to be absolutely devastated because it's the only thing she had left, or she's just like, you know what, I lost everything. It's just one more casualty.
I get it. So they get pursued by these TIE fighters. These TIE bombers blow up her home. Okay, we gotta ask, or we have to speculate now, who was behind the attack?
Yeah.
Could it be a certain blue-skinned alien we haven't seen for a while? What?
My question. Wait, I'm changing subject. Kind of changing subject.
Mhm.
Were they coming after Bo and Din or Grogu?
I don't know because there's no motivation behind the attack.
Yeah, I know. It's just like, oh, we're under attack.
Yeah. So, I mean, because it comes out of nowhere. So either they still had like, what if they had like surveillance or something set up like on Mandalore?
But why? Why would they like?
I don't know. This episode's so damn confusing.
I hope we get clarity.
Yeah. I've watched this episode twice now and I'm more confused than I was at when I first watched it.
I
just
was
huh?
very confused as to how he was going to prove just from taking a sample of that water. I didn't know she had like a. I didn't know the armor had like a little microscopic like science set that was going to prove that it was the living waters.
Her pensive.
She was like, "All right, let me just drip this in."
Yeah. Yeah, I just I just love when they land and like Din's like, "Yeah, I did it." And then like Vizsla's just like, "Yeah, whatever." Like
It was so anticlimactic. He
like,
lands with Bo, and they're like, "What are you doing?" And he's like, "I bathed in the living waters. I'm redeemed." And they're like, "Yeah, okay." So he's like, "All right, check this out. It's water." So the armor was like, "Oh, he right. It is water." And then they were like, "Oh, all right, welcome back then." Not even like, "Wow, you went to Mandalore and proved that it is still habitable."
yeah,
And
yeah,
it's not cursed, and you risked everything for this.
that's another question. Like nobody gets excited that
Nobody cared.
Mandalore is like still there and like it can still be like rebuilt. Like no one cares. Like they're
They
just like
really didn't. They were like, "All right, pat on the back, welcome back, bud." And I guess you too, Bo. You're welcome. And she's like, "I don't really want to be here." And they were like, "Well, you're here, whether you want to or not. You bathed in the living waters. You got your helmet on. You're here, girl."
yeah. So like they talked about Mandalore being poisoned, which is why the Children of the Watch never went. But now that Din has been there and he has proven that the living waters are still there, like the Children of the Watch should be like excited because
Pumped.
they could go back home. Some of them have been there because the
Some of
armor
them are
was
old enough. Yeah.
yeah, the armor was old enough. Paz Vizsla's old enough. I don't know. It was just so confusing. Matt says opinions on potential romance between Bo and Din.
I think Bo is a lesbian.
Yeah, Bo is a
She
lesbian.
radiates lesbian energy.
Bo, the way Bo was sitting on that throne in the first
No
episode, just
straight person sits like
yeah.
that.
Oh no, 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 not at all. No. And you know what? I don't need to see a romance in every friggin' Star Wars project.
Yeah, it's because people like most people love a romance. And like don't get me wrong, I love a romance, but like
Hmm.
I don't need it.
No,
What could possibly come from it?
why
How could
can't
it further the storyline? Also, how could they have a romance if they can't take their helmets off? How are you gonna smooch?
Smoochy
Just bash your
Smoochy?
helmets together?
Yes, yes, they bash their helmets in. That's how they kiss. It's gonna be like two action figures just being mashed together. Like, like I don't need to see it. I don't like the whole like if you're gonna do relationships in this, it should be about the found family that Mando has with Grogu and with Bo Katan being part of like that found family with
Yeah,
her being
she's
like the cool aunt.
Grogu's Grogu's cool lesbian aunt,
Exactly. The one that
not
has like
his mama.
no, she yeah, she is Grogu's cool lesbian aunt that's been around the galaxy quite a bit.
Yeah.
And then that every Thanksgiving gets drunk and tells you what's wrong with the galaxy. Yeah. Oh no, wait, that's Paz Vizsla. Let me tell you what's wrong with the galaxy. There's not enough Mandalorians. Um, and
If
then
two Mandalorians have a baby, is it automatically like a Mandalorian by blood?
I mean, I would say so.
You know, like if two royals had a baby.
Grogu's cool lesbian aunt. I'm dead.
That's like
Welcome to
100% it. And she's like, if Din upsets him, like she's totally gonna take Grogu's side. She's gonna be like, Din,
she really would.
WTF, dude.
Din, you can't say that to him. You can't,
Exactly.
you
You
can't
hurt
say
his
that to
feelings. Oh, besides,
yeah.
she'd be like, Grogu, you gotta grow up. Come on, toughen up a bit. How dare you? Seriously, come on, you're being a baby about this.
And if anything, if she's a mom to anybody, she was a mom to R5D4.
Yeah.
Actually, she was the adoptive mom to R5D4 because Pelimoto is the abusive mom to R5D4.
Pelimoto. I love Pelimoto.
She's
That
great.
seems to be an unpopular opinion. I thought everyone would love Pelimoto, but they don't.
She's great because they utilize her in small ways to keep it
Yes.
fun.
She's comic relief.
She really is. I will say this about this season because like you and I haven't really talked about this season because like we don't we need to talk more. We need to talk more and hang
You
out
know.
more.
I feel like in the
But
past, like the past this winter has been just so much that I've like there's
yeah.
so many people I'm like, wait, I haven't talked to them in forever. And that's my bad. I don't this winter got away with me. Too much was happening in my personal life.
Oh no, it's fine. But anyway, like with this season, I will say this about the whole Grogu situation, and Allie and I talked about this. Allie Andrews and I talked about this last time. Um, I love that he's taking a back seat to everything that's going on, and we're focusing on the important things that we need to focus on.
Hmm.
I'm afraid though that this Mandalorian story is going to take a back seat to the whole Pershing thing, and I don't want that. Like, I want to see this story just
Yeah, unless somehow the two stories connect, which I don't know how that would happen.
yeah.
Unless that's like Din's next adventure, who knows? I don't know where Din's heading next. Like, all right, he's been redeemed. That
Yeah.
happened quick. I thought that was gonna take the whole season. I thought he was gonna go on all these little side quests while trying to do the main quest. Like when I play Skyrim and I get distracted, I thought it was gonna be like that, but nope. They were just like, all right, that's done. Now what?
Yeah. I mean, Allie and I were talking about it too, and I was just like, the armor is not going to accept this. Like the armor is not going to accept this. She's going to be like, well, you need to stand in the living waters on one foot, like holding the dark saber up above your head, like
Do some jumping jacks.
yeah, do
I
some
would
jumping jacks.
love to see, and I hope we get it. I don't know if we will, but I would love to see Bo training Din with the dark saber. 'Cause
Yes.
she knows how to use that thing, and he does
Hmm.
not. It's like when Matt reacts and I
Hmm.
saber spin, and he's
Yeah.
got like all the fancy tricks, and I'm just like, this is an Obi Annie kind of. I'm getting there. My
Yes.
forearm's getting tired, and he's over here like,
Like, check this out.
yeah, literally.
Yeah, I mean, I would love to see that too. Now, I want to actually I just thought of this. They're setting Bo up as the future leader of Mandalore here. I mean, I
Which I personally kind of want her to be. I don't know if a lot of people do. I'm ready for a Bo redemption arc.
I think she's going to because Din didn't see the mythosaur. She did. And when the final shot is her looking at the mythosaur too. So that to me is showing like the mythosaur kind of pushed her in this direction, and now she's got to unite the clans.
Yeah, that's true. If anybody could, I think what she could do is unite and rule over a new Mandalore.
Hmm.
If anyone's gonna kind of not rewrite the creed, but change things up a bit, because she comes from Mandalore in a
Yeah.
whole other way than they do. And I think she's going to be the one to unite that, because there's so
Hmm.
little of them left and they're scattered throughout the galaxy that the only way they could possibly rebuild Mandalore
Hmm.
and take it back is together.
Yeah, I agree.
And I think she's going to reunite them, and with Din's help, I think that's going to be like kind of the role of their
Hmm.
relationship, is more so comrades working together to rebuild Mandalore. I do love how she saw the mythosaur and she pulls Din up. She's like, "Did you see that?" And he was like, "See what?" She's just like, "Oh, nothing. Don't worry about it."
Din is so dumb. He's so dumb.
He's a himbo.
He is. He is. Matt, that's actually a pretty good point. I think
It
Bo wants
is.
to tame the mythosaur and become the ruler of Mandalore that way. I mean, we know the original Mandalore did tame the mythosaur, so we know that's coming.
So does it need to be retamed? It didn't seem aggressive. It seemed like it was just chilling down there, and it looked at her like, you best get out of these waters, bro. I'm gonna give you 5 minutes."
You want to go, bro?
Exactly. It's like, listen, I was napping and I'm tired. So as long as you get out of my way, I'm not going to attack you, but it's your only warning.
The mythosaur will cut a bitch.
Exactly. The mythosaur's like me. If a murderer came into my room while I was sleeping, I'm going to be like, if you leave in 5 minutes, this is fine. But if you try and attack me, if you don't get out of here, like I got this knife under my pillow and it's going to get messy.
That's also another good point, Matt. That's another good point.
That's
She,
true.
yeah.
I never thought of that. I thought she was just keeping it a secret because he wouldn't believe her.
Now, is she keeping a secret to share with Sabine?
They can have a little slumber party and like she'd be like, "Okay, so get the popcorn out. I have to tell you something. You will not believe this.
Mm-hmm.
I rescued Den from the living waters and I saw the mythosaur." We totally made eye contact.
Meanwhile, Sabine's like, "Nuh-uh, get out, nuh-uh,
No.
no."
Laying on her stomach, like kicking her feet.
Yeah, with her
Yeah.
hands like this. No. Bo, Bo, I gotta ask you this. Do you like someone? Oh, never tell.
No.
Actually, you know what? I would pay an additional Disney Plus subscription to see that because it'd be entertaining. It'd be
Bo
very
and Sabine's
entertaining.
slumber party.
Yes, Bosa Bean Slumber Party Season 1, written by Dave Filoni.
He worked on chapter 20, so I'm excited for this next episode.
He worked on Chapter 20, and Carl Weathers directed Chapter 20. So I'm excited. And we already know the title is going to be The Foundling. So, yeah, it's going to be Baby Yodi. It's going to be about Grogu. Oh, this is where we're going to get the Order 66 flashback.
Oh, so I need to drink before watching this episode.
Or drink.
Lexapro, Lexapro on one hand, like bottle of gin in the other, just
Yeah, yeah.
therapist on speed dial.
I mean, if you need a therapist, I'm here.
Just to cry about Order 66. Who do
Yeah,
we think rescued Grogu from the temple? Quinlan Voss, and I'm sticking with it.
I love that idea.
My only reasoning, and it's really probably not him, but I just think about in the Kenobi series
Hmm.
when Tala mentioned that Quinlan Voss likes to help the youngling Jedi's
Yeah,
escape to safety, and I was like,
yeah.
could he have saved Grogu?
Well, also, did you
I
read
also
Dark?
just love him.
Did
Did I
you read
read
Dark
what?
Disciple?
No, I've been meaning to. It's on my list.
Okay, I'm not gonna. I won't spoil it for you, but part of me thinks because of what happens in Dark Disciple, he is at the temple, and he's the one that rescues him. No, Quinlan. No,
I
because
love Quinlan.
Obi's on Utapau when 66 goes down because
Yeah,
he's
he
fighting
comes back
Grievous.
and he's like he's like, guys, I killed Gree. Where the hell is everyone?
That's like that's like that Robot Chicken Star Wars special where they send your proof out for pizza, and then like Order 66 happens, and like he comes back and he's like, "Okay, I got the pizzas. They didn't have any calamari pizzas because my calamari are people, and I did not know that." And then like he walks into the council chamber
It's on
and
fire.
it's like on fire. There's like blaster marks everywhere, and like you see Jedi ropes and everything. He's like, oh. And he takes like a couple of pizzas and leaves.
That would be me. I just like take a bite and back out of the room.
Yes. So because he wanted the council to reimburse him for the pizzas. But yeah, it would make sense for Quinlan Voss. It's not going to be Cal Kestis because he's on the cruiser during Order 66. It's not Ahsoka because she's on the cruiser during Order 66. It's not Mace Windu because he's dead. It's not Kit Fisto because he's dead. Plo Koon's dead because he gets shot down.
Shock T's dead.
Shakti's dead. Ayla
Which was
Secura's
a
dead.
BS way. Shock T, you had to sneak up on her because, in my opinion, there was no way he was beating her otherwise. I think Shock T's a
Yeah.
bad bitch. I think she would have escaped.
Oh yeah. And Yoda's not there because he's on Kashyyyk.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm, I'm gonna say it right now. Oppo Rancis.
Oppo.
Jocasta got gunned down by clone troopers.
I feel like these Jedi, especially after watching the Clone Wars, they went down too easy in Order
They
66.
did. They really do. Oh no, never mind because he's dead too. I was gonna say Dooku, but I was like, no, he's dead.
Oh yeah, he's long gone. He's
Yeah, because he dies at the Battle of Coruscant. No, Rex is on the cruiser with Ahsoka.
Rex is like
Yeah.
getting his chip removed, trying not
Yeah.
to shoot Ahsoka. I love how Rex was like fighting it off, and he was like 5 5s,
Yeah.
and meanwhile, like Cody's just like, "Hey, Obi-Wan," without a second thought.
Yes. And it's not. Oh, I was gonna say. It's not Mace Windu. He's dead. He got thrown out of a
Possibly.
window.
We don't know if Mace Windu's
Don't
dead.
take her side.
No. I'm not saying he. I'm not saying he rescued Grogu because
She's saying the same
he
thing.
would have been, even if he like survived the fall. Like even if
Yeah.
he came to the last minute, he was forced to break his fall. He probably went right into hiding. There's no way he went back in that temple
Yeah.
and like to grab Grogu.
Yeah. Um.
Do you think Anakin spared him for some reason? I don't.
No, Anakin. If Anakin couldn't spare those younglings, he's not going to spare Grogu.
I mean, he spared Riva,
He did spare Riva.
but that's like she wasn't as much of a threat as Grogu could have
No.
been.
Actually,
It could have been, but she was a little kid. I mean, unless she like got up all scared, ran off, and like grabbed him real quick in her arms and yeeted out of there.
I mean, okay. Here's the thing: if Riva can survive Order 66, if Cal Kestis can survive Order 66, and if Kanan Jarrus can survive Order 66, sup, Blabba?
I know. I love how they survived Order 66 and Shakti and Jocasta Nu are like,
Yeah. It's not Kanan because he's on another planet when Order 66 goes down. Because Crosshair almost kills him. So,
most of them honestly only survived because they weren't there.
yeah, most of them.
Because Dave Filoni was like, I need them to survive Order 66, so we need to get them the hell
No.
out of here.
R2 R2 was with Padme at that point when Order 66 was going down. And it's not Bail Organa because he's shooed away by the temple guards. Yeah, but like when you yeah, that's true because Grogu could have just gone into hiding somewhere and then somebody could That's true.
But that's the thing. If Grogu was hiding, then the person who rescued him had to know their way around the Jedi Temple.
Yeah, that's
Find
true.
him. So he couldn't have been Bail, because Bail wouldn't know left from right in the Jedi Temple.
What if it's Cad Bane?
Hondo Ohnaka.
Hondo, yes, Hondo Ohnaka. Yes, that would be amazing. I'm okay with that. I am more than okay with Hondo Ohnaka saving Grogu. Let us go. But then Hondo wouldn't abandon him, though.
He would sell him.
Actually,
Profit
yeah,
is
you're right.
profit.
He would sell him. Profit is profit. Yeah.
Jocasta Nu was the librarian Estunad. She
Yes.
died.
Yes. Oh, I just had another like goofy.
What happened to Luminara?
Luminara's dead because I think they showed her in Rebels. Yeah, they showed her in Rebels because that's when they were trying to find the new master for Ezra to train under.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think Jocasta Nu would go down without a fight, though. Like, I
I'm
really
sure
feel
she
like,
didn't, but we have to consider the fact that she was like 70. Like she was strong, but she was
yeah,
old. And if she had like an army of stormtroopers, not stormtroopers, an
mhm,
army of clone troopers storm the
mhm,
library.
yeah,
Depends on how many people were in the library. I mean, how many were able to
yeah.
try and fight, but
I mean, Yoda could have snuck back in and saved them. Sup, Lava. Dork Side of the Force has Jocasta Nu surviving.
If Jocasta Nu survived, then I would say her over
Yeah.
Quinlan because I feel like she would know more. I feel like Quinlan is kind of a bit of a himbo, but
Yeah.
if it is Quinlan, I will be so pumped. I will take off sprinting down my street in the middle of the night just out of sheer excitement, just screaming. I freaking love Quinlan.
I I hope it's Quinlan. Uh huh. Malicos. Oh, Malicos was a bad guy in Fallen Order. Oh, what if it was Malicos? You know, the Night Brother from Fallen Order.
Yeah, I still want it to be Quinlan.
I do too. Uh huh.
Sammy, what's up, honey? Come here. Hey, come here. All right. Guess
With
not.
Ned B. Oh no, Quin. Yeah, we're talking about him, Quinlan Voss. Yeah, yeah, we're talking about Quinlan. I mean, they wouldn't bring up Quinlan without making him major.
Yeah, I mean, if they brought him up in the Obi-Wan Kenobi series, I mean, that could have just been like a little Easter egg.
Ooh.
But the fact that they specifically said in the Kenobi
Mhm,
series that he likes to help the young Jedi.
yeah. Ooh. My wife just said Seer from Fallen Order. Also,
That's
bless
true.
you. What if her and Trilla? Quinlan would be good because it ties into Kenobi, and plus you can actually cement Quinlan Voss as a major character moving forward.
Which would be
Um,
sick. I wonder who they'd cast. I'm gonna fan cast Quinlan Voss tonight. That's my
yeah. Oh, Matt, that's a
Gunji.
great pick. Gunji. What if it was the also, what if
He
it
was
was
so cute.
the droid that was voiced by David Tennant? Dr. Huang, I think his name was. Now we're just speculating here, folks.
Oh, Gunji was inside the Jedi Temple when Order 66 was issued. He teamed up with Sarah, Biff, Zat, and Petro as they tried to save as many Jedi as they could.
That would be great. Yeah, Gunji would be pretty good. All right. So actually we do have to try to cast Quinlan Voss. And you know what? I'm gonna Quinlan Voss is in 3 episodes of Clone Wars. He's not in any he's in Phantom Menace, like in the background. All right. Who do you have for Quinlan Voss fan cast?
I gotta think. Me? Oh, ooh. God, there's so many.
I'll get to that later.
There's quite a few.
You want to know who came instantly to my mind?
Who?
Jason Momoa.
Ooh, I didn't even think of that.
Like he's built like Quinlan Voss.
Jason
And
Momoa would be pretty good.
and how much fun do you think that would be for him to interact with Ewan McGregor as Obi-Wan Kenobi?
Prime material.
Yeah. Now who are you thinking?
Well, now I'm thinking about it. Jason Momoa would be perfect. I'm like looking at pictures of Jason Momoa right now. And that would be sick.
Oh, for this episode? Oh, that means we're getting something big. So my wife just checked IMDb and she said the only two cast members listed for the next episode are Pedro Pascal and Carl Weathers. We don't know who else is in this next episode.
This
So
better be a life-changing.
I have a feeling we're going to get a huge reveal in this episode.
Someone created this fan cast edit with Jason Momoa as Quinlan Voss, and I'm like sold.
Yeah,
Oh,
I love
Matt
it.
texting me.
No, I love it. Jason Momoa as Quinlan Voss is great. I was also thinking Roman Reigns from WWE.
I don't follow the WWE.
No,
I'll look
but
him up.
I'm saying like if you were looking at it, but I really think Momoa would be the perfect Quinlan Voss. Especially Momoa's Justice League Aquaman. That's like, yo, bro, like that Momoa.
Perfect.
Like that's why I want James Gunn to recast Jason Momoa as Lobo in the DCU
I never
because
knew I needed something so bad until now.
Matt's just like,
Jason Momoa is everything.
I think we all want to see Gunji in live action. Like, I think we all want to see him.
I think so too. Sammy, do you want to play a live action Gunji? Oh, you're sleeping. I'm sorry.
Pickle will play the live action Gunji, our cat.
I will play the live action Gunji.
Yeah, there you go. I'll be your agent. I'll negotiate your numbers for you. We want $100,000 for this episode.
Bro, I'd do it for $5.
I know, but we got to think big here.
I'd do it for an oat milk latte.
Blue milk, The Rock. I don't. No, no, no. I don't want to see The Rock
No,
and
because you
any
can't
more
put dreads
things.
on the rock either. I don't think it would look. I don't think he
No,
could pull it off.
they put dreads on The Rock in the freaking Jungle Cruise movie, and it looked ridiculous. Um, oh God, Cena as Quinlan Voss. Oh wait, I can't see him. Uh, this is a live show, people. This is it. This is what we do. I should have taken notes. I'm sorry. Um, anything else? No. All right. Well, we're gonna wrap up here in a few. Before we go though, remember, people, Awesome Con, June June 16th through the 18th. I had to look it up again. Be there. Ashley Eckstein, James Arnold Taylor, Matt Lanter, Phil Lamar. You get
AlliGraz.
yes, AlliGraz, Eric
Eric.
Mitchell. You're getting everybody. I mean, this is the con where you get to meet Ahsoka Tano, Obi-Wan Kenobi, Anakin Skywalker, and Kit Fisto. And he was also Bail Organa. Who is
I want to
that?
meet the actual Bail Organa. Jimmy Smits, I love you.
Yes.
I
Matt
love Bail
Reacts
Organa
will
so
be
much.
there.
Yeah, I'm
Matt
dragging
has
him there. I'm gonna grab his ear and just be like, "All right, let's go."
Adam Beach. Oh, okay. Yeah, I know who he is. Yeah. Yes, Matt Reacts will be there. We will be walking the show floor together. This is a place where you can meet Pinky and the Brain, the Pink Power Ranger, Star Wars people. I mean, come on. Billy D. Williams is also going to be there. Come on. Lando Calrissian. Now, I wish they had also gotten Donald Glover because that would be amazing too.
Also, something about a bunch of giant nerds infiltrating our nation's capital for a weekend is revolutionary.
Yes. Oh, yes. And you're right, Allie. A bunch of nerds storming the nation's capital for a weekend is amazing.
In my Star Wars cosplay.
Yes. And it's in a great area too. Like Chinatown is
I
great.
have never been to DC, and I am an idiot because I live not that far from it. I don't know why I haven't gone.
You're gonna
Um,
love it.
and I've heard good things about it for the most part.
Hmm.
Um,
Yeah,
I've heard good things about visiting, terrible things about living.
yeah. I have friends that live in DC, like John and Joey, who are members of the team here. They live in the DC area, and they said like traffic's horrible and all that stuff. Like we've driven the DC Beltway before, and traffic can be pretty rough. And DC can be expensive to live in, but when you're visiting DC, it's great. I will tell you this right now. I feel safer in DC than I do in my home city of Baltimore. And that says a
Fair.
lot about Baltimore.
I've heard things about Baltimore. I've
Yes.
also never been there. I have never been to like the Maryland region. I've been all up in New England, but not really the Mid Atlantic.
Well, look, in June you get to come
I
down and hang
know.
out. Um, and I mean, we're gonna this whole weekend. You, you're stuck with us.
I'm pumped.
Yes, it's gonna be so much fun. Um, yeah. So get your tickets, people. Get your tickets because it's gonna be a party, and we are gonna have our own miniature celebration at Awesome Con. And if they announce Timothy's on, that will be the icing on the proverbial cake. So, anything else you want to add before we go?
No, I don't
No?
think so. I was trying to
Okay.
think of something witty to say, but I think I'm like I've that like sick and tired brain that's like malfunctioning. I'm just still stuck on Jason Momoa as Quinlan Voss.
I'm sorry I brought that up. Hashtag sorry, not sorry. Um, but yeah, I know that you have to go and do some fun stuff. They better announce Hayden Christensen. I mean,
You
they
never know.
could.
You and McGregor went to the Boston Fan Expo.
All I'm gonna say is this: AwesomeCon announces to like the week before the show to get people. And they even announce the week of the show because there was one time they announced Edgar Wright showing up like 2 days before the con. And he did like a special signing that you had to like win like a sweepstakes for. And I actually won the signing and got a Baby Driver poster that he autographed.
Oh, Baby Driver's such a good movie.
Oh, it's such a great movie.
I haven't watched that in
Um,
years.
Me either. Like I kind of want to watch it again here soon. Might actually watch that tomorrow night. Anyway, so keep that in mind. They're always announcing guests. And if you're an anime fan, you get the entire My Hero Academia cast here. So, yeah. Um I'm going to stop promoting that show. I've got Allie sold already. Um all right. So that's going to be it for us until next week. Uh, but you always fight for light and life. May the force always be with you. And remember, at the end of the day, we are all the Republic. We will see you next week. Bye.
This is the way.
This is the way.